Baker Mayfield is going to be better. Greeny, I'm going to tee myself up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've sat for a couple days now, and I've listened to Mike Tannenbaum, who I love, bash Baker Mayfield. And I told Browns fans that I was going to have Baker Mayfield's back. I was going to have their quarterback's team's back. And I've heard him say he's a replacement-level player. First of all, Baker Mayfield resurrected the worst franchise in sports in America, okay? This franchise was terrible before Baker Mayfield got there. They were 0-16 the year before he got there. His first year, they go 7-8-1. He was 6-7 as a starter, as a rookie in that first season, while breaking the rookie touchdown passing record held by Russell Wilson and Peyton Manning, two pretty good players. Also playing a meaningful game in December that year. You can't replace that. Year two, I'm going to give it to you. He stunk in year two, but we all know why. Freddie Kitchens was a disaster. Then last year, everyone continues to doubt Baker Mayfield. And what does he do? He goes and completes 63% of his passes, 26 touchdowns, 8 picks, and 95 passer rating. I'm going to finish it with this. There's two guys in the history of the NFL that within their first 3 seasons have thrown for 25 touchdowns. They've thrown for 11,000 plus yards, and they've had a passer rating of 89 or more. Dan Marino and Baker Mayfield. Stop disrespecting Baker Mayfield.
That's fair. Okay, I like it and duly noted. Now let me very quickly ask you, however, the point that Mike T has been making is that the limitations of Baker Mayfield will ultimately become a problem, which is to say his lack of height and his lack of speed will ultimately make him, I think the phrase that Tannenbaum used this morning was a B quarterback, not an A quarterback. Is that fair?
No, because I'll always say this. You have your flaws. You have your weaknesses. Do your strengths override those flaws and weaknesses? So if we're going to say that his shortcoming is literally his size or his lack of speed, then he has his timing and anticipation. He has to be great with his mind. He has to be outstanding with his work ethic and his craft, and he's great with his ball placement. I've been on your show 1,000 times talking about Baker Mayfield has elite ball placement. So those things are going to make up for it as well. If we're going to talk about contracts with Baker Mayfield, the question to ask, and there's 4 tiers of quarterbacks. We started this last year, Hembo and I. Quarterback you win because of. Quarterback you win with. Quarterback you win in spite of. And a quarterback you can't win with. Baker Mayfield is a quarterback that you will win a lot of football games with.
And that's the list of quarterbacks you win because of what you're saying is a very small group. I understand. So to compare him to the Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady might not be reasonable. So we've got ourselves a little, one on one side and one on the other. Kimberly Martin, which side are you on?
Listen, I think Baker has done a good job. The Browns, more importantly, are all in on Baker. The question is when this will get done, not if it'll get done. They want to extend him, but they have other guys, as we talked about earlier in the show. They've got Denzel Ward, they've got Nick Chubb, they've got Wyatt Teller, other guys that they have to address their contract situations. They did pick up Baker's 50 option. They are committed to Baker. Now, you can't blame the Browns if they said, you know what? We're going to table this for right now. We're not going to get anything done before the season. But at the end of the day, if Baker balls out, the Browns want to have that problem. They are fine paying a QB elite money when he's playing elite ball. It's all good. They know that Baker's their guy. It's just a matter of when, guys.
And I would say again, as I did in our first hour, and Ninko, I'll give it to you on this thought, that might wind up being the best thing that ever happened to Baker. Because all the questions that some people have, he can answer them. He can bet on himself. And if he does all the things Dan Orlovsky is telling us he's going to do, then he will be sitting pretty next offseason. Ninko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he definitely will. And I would say the Cleveland Browns have done a great job of putting talent on that roster. And some of that is because they've had a lot of top 10 first-round picks. I mean, since 1999, they have like 26 first-round picks. So you think with the previous years having so many bad years, they've loaded up on a lot of great talent. So that helps Baker, yes. Running game helps Baker. But I think the one thing that I would love to see, and I think a lot of people would like to see, is just 3rd and 10, 3rd and long, pocket quarterback, throw the ball down the field. When he's been doing really well, it's run, run, run. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, play action pass, mixing the play action, strictly throwing the ball from the pocket. I think that is the one thing he has to improve on this year. If he can do that, then this team is going to be like this. They're going to be even better than they were last year because they are loaded. So it all comes
Danny.
down to, can Baker Mayfield throw from the pocket? If a team comes in there and they load the box and say, okay, we're going to stop the run, you check it, you make a play on your own, then they're going to be good. If they can't, then Baker's not the guy. And that's what I want to see, improved pocket passing.
Right, and that was the stat. Very quickly, Danny, final thought that Tannenbaum gave today, and Mina Kimes, he said, gave it to him, that Baker, I'm doing this from memory, I believe he had the 10th highest QBR in a clean pocket and 23rd QBR when there's a pass rush. And Mike suggested that's a problem also based upon the physical limitations. Quick response, Dan.
We should always judge a quarterback by what he does when it's good. And then when they do great in bad situations, that's when they become a guy that you win because of. The organization's job is to make sure that it's as good as possible around a quarterback. And if I do that, then you take us to different levels. And that's what Baker did in Cleveland. Now, if he plays really great from a bad pocket this year, then he's ascending to becoming a quarterback that you win because of, not you win with. But at the end of the day, Baker Mayfield resurrected the worst franchise in American sports in 3 seasons.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.